There we go. Good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday brunch. How is everyone doing this weekend? I see we have Stephanie of Stephanie Stitches in, and Del Marie and Laura. Good morning. Hey, Russ, Quilt Meets World. I had a lot of high pitch endings there. How is everybody doing this? Here in Maryland, it's another day of rainy blah. So it's gray and dreary. It's a perfect day to be inside sewing with friends. So I can't complain.
Agreed.
We are today focusing on slow stitching with Ingrid. We're going to do some EPP because at some point during this series of slow stitching, Ingrid and I are going to start the Queen of Diamonds Tula kit that we bought all of last year and never once opened or started. So this today and possibly the second one is going to be more of getting us acquainted with EPP. I've done a little bit of it. I've started a couple projects, haven't finished a single thing, but started it just to see what it was like. And it gave me something to do while I was at my dad's house, which is where I first started doing it, because I didn't have my sewing machine with me. So it gave me something to do with my hands, which was great. And I'm going to, Ingrid's never done this before, so I'm going to give kind of a crash course on what I learned. Now, if you are an EPPer and you know more than me, I want you to share what you know, but don't judge, because I'm just going off of 2 times and what I learned from some YouTube. So don't be mad at me if I do things wrong or weird or whatever. To add to the fun. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, can I just ask what YouTubes you watched?
Oh, I have no idea.
Oh, okay. Never
I
mind.
just I just put in EPP and
Eh,
watched whatever came up. Yeah. No idea who it was. Not a clue. Um, Good morning, Terry and Kelly. Hey, hi, Melissa.
Sorry, you
Good
were gonna
morning.
say to add to the fun.
Oh, to add to the fun, we're both also doing something neither of us have ever done, which is using the Sewtites pallets for flat seaming. Because while we didn't start the Queen of Diamonds, we did follow the Facebook group, and a lot of folks were talking about the flat seaming being easier, giving a cleaner look, like no stitches showing, all that kind of stuff. So, especially in my my own traditional sewing and in traditional blocking, piecing, and FPPing, not seeing the stitches is a huge thing for me. I hate seeing stitches. So I'm hoping that this flat seaming is going to give me a similar look.
I think the other thing that might be helpful using the palettes is that especially with the Queen of Diamonds, there's a lot of matching up of the patterns and
Yep.
fussy cutting and all that stuff. So when you put it on the palette, you can see both sides and make sure as you're sewing, you're getting,
Like the all those things matching up the way they're supposed to.
yeah. And
Yeah.
then having it on the palette with the magnets, it will help it from not moving around as you're sewing it.
Yeah. That's the goal, folks.
I'm
That is
excited.
the goal. We're gonna see how it goes. Well, let's see. Who did I miss? I missed hi Steven and Jacqueline and Terry. Hi Katie. Hi Marianne. I don't see Sylvia. I think I got everybody. Yay! All right. So I'm going to kind of kick this off with, I'm going to run through what I'm working with today. Now, I'm not working today with the thread size that I would normally do, the needle size that I would normally do, because I want to make sure that it would show up on camera for this. So I'm using a 50 weight, just Orifil, and in red because I want you guys to be able to see the stitches. I would do a much more neutral color, like a dove gray or something like that. And I would do it with thinner thread, like the Deco Bob, like what you would use for FPP, really, like the really thin. So it also doesn't add bulk to all this fun. Hi, Sally. I'm using just a regular needle because to start this off, I want it to, I'm really big on the accessibility. So going and getting a super fine needle, if you're just starting to learn how to EPP, I don't necessarily think is a must have because this is not stuff, it might turn into something, but if it doesn't, this fabric makes me laugh because it looks like a Chick-fil-A symbol. I don't know if you can tell.
Oh,
It kind of looks like the Chick-fil-A symbol.
I thought it was a turtle.
No, it's like a C with feather. It really looks like the Chick-fil-A symbol to me. I don't know. It's funny. But so I'm just starting off with things that I have on hand because really this is just a, learning and showing and seeing how this all works kind of gig for this morning.
Della Marie said that she started EPP by watching Tula Pink on Fat Quarter Shop a few years ago.
Oh, that's what Sue was just saying. Yeah, how to English paper piece with Tula Pink. Cool.
Yeah. Well, Della Marie, maybe you can finish it with us.
Sylvia says she likes EPP, so that's cool. So that we've got some fans of the process.
Well, I'm excited. Hopefully, I like it.
I know, we'll see. Well, I mean, it's something different. Again, like I love having different techniques, having tried them, and at least I know whether I like them or not, and I can speak from like experience, not just because I heard from someone else that it sucked, so I don't like it. I want to try.
You got people. There's not really many people that I've heard are kind of in the middle. They either love it or hate it.
Yeah.
They either like hand stitching or they despise it.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll see. What I'm going to start off with before I even touch the palette is going through setting up the pieces for actually stitching them together. I use my AccuQuilt AccuQuilt cutter. I have the EPP set, so that's one way that you can get your fabrics and your inner piecing. This is what you'll glue the fabric to, and is the stabilizer for putting these pieces together. So I use my AccuQuilt. You can buy these pieces in any quilt store. They'll have them. They're like packaged. So Ingrid's got the hexies. I got the little trapezoids because why not? They come in a bunch of different sizes. Some of them are like Dresden. I think I keep hitting the camera.
I just hit my.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
I wobbled. Sorry.
Oh, good. So yeah, they come in all like sizes. Ingrid, what are some of the shapes that you've seen?
So you know what I really like and want to try is the rounded ones. So it kind of almost looks like, so it's rounded on the top and then it kind of goes down in.
Like a Dresden.
No, because a Dresden is more because it goes like in. No, it doesn't at Dresden, isn't it Dresden flat?
Well, it's to a point. So I thought you were talking about a curved on the top down to a point, which is still.
No, so it's curved on the top, but then it like also curves in.
Oh my Lord, I don't think I've seen. Is that like an apple core?
Maybe I'm making it up. No, not an apple core. But that I want to try as well. Oh. Am I yelling?
Oh, clamshell?
I'm
Mary said
excited.
clamshell. Sylvia said clamshell. Maybe clamshell.
Oh, maybe that's what it is.
So not like elongated into a point like a Dresden squatter.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
but still straight sides because you're saying it's also curving in. Well, I guess a clamshell curves in to get the other side. Okay, yeah. So yeah, cool. Maybe a clamshell. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
sweet. Yep, Katie's saying, yep, that's a clamshell.
Oh,
Okay, so
okay.
cool. Clamshell. Okay. That'll be
Alyssa
oh.
says that I'm making my own shapes.
That would be interesting to sew. Like I've only the two times I've done EPP. Obviously, I'm such an expert at it. I've only ever done straight side pieces to butt up against each other. Having the curve would be that would be interesting to do.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
a
I think, and also with the flat back and using these pallets would be so much easier to do.
so much easier.
You know, I saw Mr. or Mixed Domestic,
Yeah.
and he was doing these doing a demo on the palette as well.
Oh, nice.
And I think that he is doing something with curves.
Oh, that's
Maybe
awesome.
where I saw it. No.
Maybe, yeah. Um, okay, so I have laid a couple pieces of the fabric down, just flat but wrong side up. And then I'm gonna put the little cardstock pieces in just because I like an assembly line. And then I'm gonna start gluing the fabric down. So for the glue, you can also always use, hey, Colleen and Robert, good morning. You can always use the Elmer's glue, like the purple washable glue. I'm using the Sewline glue stick because I had it. Um, you could use Elmer's glue. My biggest thing that I learned from the first time I did EPP is you do not have to glue it a lot. and it's better if you don't because it is impossible to get these pieces out if you glue it aggressively. And I thought, oh, I got to make sure it stays so nice and like all the way down. And some of that first stuff I was working on is forever going to have the papers in it. There's just no getting away from it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, well. So I'm just going to do some
Did you
dots.
punch the holes in your papers?
I did not. That's how the AccuQuilt cuts it,
Oh, interesting.
which is cool because then I can get like to when it comes time to pull it out, I can get a pair of tweezers under it and help pull it out,
Yeah.
which I like. All right, so here we go.
Well, so you're right about just using a tiny bit of glue because that holds it really well.
Yeah, it does not take a lot, which is cool.
All
So
I don't know if you can see it, but it's not blue anymore. But it was, I just used like this thin line right here,
yeah,
and that was it. And then went down into the kind of like a one-legged U shape.
I don't. We'll have to ask the people. So I always glue the fabric. Are you a fabric gluer or a paper gluer? Oh, and Sylvia, thread based. See, there's tons of different ways.
Yeah, so I was looking at some different YouTubes, and there's her name is Maker Jane.
Okay.
She was talking about doing a comparison and talking about the advantages, disadvantages of both, and I want to check that out.
Yeah. Hi, Seely. Kelly's like, no, an EPPer. This isn't gonna be my gig, I don't think, for Kelly. All good. I appreciate you being here just the same. So there we go. There's one piece all set. I still think that they look like Chick-fil-A logos. It cracks me up. So this is going to make me happy every time I see it.
Well, provided, yeah, that you like Chick-fil-A, right?
Yeah.
So you said that you glue the fabric. Does that mean that you're putting the glue on the fabric and then pressing it to the paper? Is that what you are doing?
Yeah. Don't know why. That's just how I do it. I put it on the fabric and then flip it over to the paper.
Okay. So I got one,
Yes.
and I'm using speckled. I'll go, I'll say what I was saying before we went live. I got this kit, and it was from I thought it was from a Missouri Star Christmas box originally, but then I looked, and it's actually from the Ginger Quilter. So it's a hexie pillow where we got all of these hexies, but it's a different process because you're machine sewing all of the hexies onto this pillow, which I'm not going to do. So I might still make the pillow because they gave you the background fabric. They gave
Yeah.
even the what you call it there batting.
Batting.
So, but the first set of hexies that I had made, and I tossed them out, but they gave you a glue, but it was like a much tougher glue than the water soluble stuff that you get, and the paper was ripping.
Oh, wow.
So I don't think I was supposed to either use that much or that I was supposed to glue the way I did. So, it does come with directions and everything, but whole booklet of directions, but I didn't read any of that.
Why would you do that?
Weird. Who does that?
I have not yet learned the skill of a quilter's knot, so I just, knot it at the end of the thread. I don't know, just the way I learned when I was like in home ec, where I just make a crazy tangle of a ball of thread. So yeah, that might not be the best way to do it, but that's the way I've always done that. So that's what I'm doing. All right. So for the thread, I did learn you don't want to make it too long because it will not. I know you guys can't actually see the red thread in the camera, but you don't want it too long. So I guess I probably have like 15 inches of thread. That's probably a good.
They say to your elbow is a
Is
good
that
one.
from the tip to your elbow?
I guess. I don't know.
Oh heck, that's what. If I put it from what I folded, that's what I did. So all right,
Okay.
there we go. All right, now let's figure out this palette. So again, this is the first time we're using palette. So let's see. Sally's saying she's currently working on a Maker Jade EPP.
Oh, cool.
It has 496 pieces.
Wowzers.
And Melissa said, who reads directions?
Right?
Hi, Charlotte. Charlotte loves EPP too. She made a quilt a year ago of EPP. That's awesome. Sylvia suggests looking up a knicker-knacker knot.
Yeah, yeah. A knicker knot, or they call it a lingerie knot. Knicker knacker knot. I
Knicker-knacker.
Yeah. I was watching something about that too. I'm gonna try it.
I don't know what that is. I'll have to look it up.
It's the way that it knots, it doesn't I guess it doesn't leave as much of a bump.
Cool. Okay. All right, how do I want to do this? This is the fun of just winging it, just figuring out how you want to lay it out. I'm going to do corner to corner, I think. I'm going to do corner to corner. Let's see how that goes. Right. I do like that I can just flip it over and make sure I like the way the corners are lining up. That is a good thing about the palette.
Did you use the little one?
I use the medium one. I feel like I got too big of man hands to just use the tiny one.
You don't have man hands.
But now it's a like spin the magnets to figure out what is comfortable for me so I can actually get to the sewing of these pieces together. So that's a bit of a process, but that looks clean and tidy. Let's see. It feels weird not holding them in my hand, like with both sides together. So this might be an interesting start to the process.
I like the thought of it not being like, so you're not holding it so tightly in your hand.
Yeah.
And because I get issues with like, this part of my thumb or hand getting tired or achy.
Oh yeah.
Stuff.
Well, that'll be good to see if this helps with that.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right. Let's see. Let's see. It's just going to take a little bit to get used to.
Well, I've got it on my palette.
Nice. Yeah.
Step
On the
one.
palette. All right.
Sorry, George has a new toy. If you keep hearing the banging, he's
No.
picking up and dropping it.
Oh,
He was doing the zoomies earlier. I got, I think there was, well, so I got him 5 new toys. He's already destroyed one.
puppy teeth, man.
It's supposed to be for aggressive chewers. They lied.
They just underestimated the power of George's aggressive chewing.
They must have, yeah, exactly.
All right.
So
got them together. I don't like how slippy these magnets are. I'm already annoyed.
Where to start? Are you starting right on the edge?
Yeah, I'm starting right at the top of the corners up here. I don't know, up here. But the magnets keep slipping and I don't like. I'm already annoyed.
Scrunchins wants to know if you're trying to remove a splinter.
That's what it feels like.
And Kelly says that that just looks weird to her.
It is. It is weird,
Oh,
but that's
Melissa, I'll check that out. The bark box.
we got that for Sadie. She tore through everything. She ripped everything apart. Everything they say that is indestructible,
They lied.
Sadie proved them wrong. The only
Yeah.
thing that she's not, well, so she has annihilated her Kong, but it takes her really long to annihilate a Kong. So that I am happy with. I don't know how to do this. All right, let's see. I guess I need to look at it differently because I keep thinking I need to do it the same way I was doing the not flat seams, but I cannot for the life of me figure out.
So, you got it?
I don't like that it doesn't have any play.
What do you mean play?
Where so I can fold it back so I can grab the fabric where I want it to be. I can't really do that this way. So I'm doing more of like a ladder stitch than I would want to. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
But like I can't like because I can't fold it over. I can't get the needle to come out. If that makes sense. Like in small grips of fabric.
Oh, yeah. When I was watching Mixed Domestic, he was saying, don't worry about, you know, the rule of just using a couple of threads or just grabbing a couple of threads. He was pretty generous in the bits of fabric that he was grabbing, and it looked great on the other side.
Yeah, but how does he get the needle out of the thread? You
Oh.
can't bend it to get the needle out of the thread.
Well, maybe move it to the edge of your palette so that you have, I don't know.
That's right. It's just going to take some getting used to.
It's different muscle memory.
Do, do, do. All right, there we go.
Hey George, can you stop that? What? Oh, hi. What's going on? What's going on? Why? Why'd you play with your new toys? Well, no, that's you can't help. That's not helping.
What do you mean it's not helping?
You like the smell of it. Whoa, it's it's so tight. uh, what?
Oh, so our show last night, we had a total of 6 people there to watch, and 2 of them were comics from the troupe that performed before us. It was pretty crazy. I mean, it's always fun being on stage with my friends, but that was pretty nuts. 6 people. So then it just became a point of horrifying Lauren was there, so it just became a point of horrifying my kid as much as humanly possible with highly inappropriate jokes. My kid's 25 though, so it's okay to have inappropriate jokes. I'm not teaching them anything they don't already know. It's just they don't want to hear it coming from their mother's mouth.
Right. Well, I mean, the line of work that they're in is sure that they hear plenty.
Yeah. Charlotte saying this new technique looks too strange. I think now that I've bitched and moaned about it, I think I've kind of gotten a hang of it. I just needed to let it know I was displeased, and now I feel like I'm moving along at a much faster clip. Oop.
I still haven't gotten past the first stitch.
Hi, bass
What am
drop.
I doing? Nick or not?
Ooh. I did the make the ugliest knot you possibly can.
See what this does. Probably shouldn't go in slow motion, but okay. All right. I think that worked.
Excellent. I'll have to look up this knicker knacker knocker. Oh, when your needle gets caught on the magnet, that's frustrating.
How far are you spacing your stitches apart?
I feel like too far because I feel like this is too loose. But it looks super close together, so I'm not sure what's supposed to happen. Because
I'm going like probably about a 16th of an inch, maybe. But I don't know if that's too close. If I'm
well, so you're saying that Miss Mixed Domestic was talking about don't worry about how much fabric you catch. But if you're too far away, then it's going to be holy.
true.
Like if your stitches are too wide, it's going to be.
Well, I meant I didn't mean like the as what the space between them. I meant like the what he's grabbing when he's going in.
Across.
Yeah, when he's going across. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that might be my problem because I don't feel like I can go across because the magnet. So I'm going up and down the seam. Hi again, bass drop.
So that you're like railroading.
Yeah, like like a ladder stitch.
Yeah.
But then that means that there's a lot of space between one stitch to the on one side to the other. Or no, and I just grabbed more fabric on the other end. Y'all are going to witness Shannon having a slow collapse of sanity.
That would be fun. All your moods are quite entertaining.
Well, this will be like a good like example for if I decide I do actually like this, even through all the frustration of what it looked like when I started to what it looks like, you know, a few weeks from now when we've done it a couple times. Because
Yeah.
I can tell you for sure this is a hot mess.
So this, can you see my stitches?
Uh-huh.
So that's what I've been doing. Is that how close yours are?
No, I think mine are even closer.
Oh,
I've been saying I'm gonna do red so everybody can see the stitches, but I don't feel like you can see any of my stitches. I don't know. Well, I'm gonna get to the end and we're gonna take it off and we're gonna see.
okay.
We're gonna see what monstrosity I've created.
As long as it looks good on the other side, who cares, right?
That's true.
Sally is saying that she found the magnets just got in the way and quit using them.
Yeah.
Charlotte says 1 inch hexes, I average 18 stitches per inch.
18
Okay.
stitches per inch.
All right. So I think I'm probably going to be around that.
Good. Nice.
I may get to the end. That's a good gauge. Thank you, Charlotte. Hi, Janice. Happy Sunday.
Hi, Janice. Yeah, Kelly.
Donna, the girls down from downstairs.
Donna.
Marianne.
Kelly, I think you're right. It is kind of like uh kind of, I don't know what is the term I'm looking for, but does get kind of relaxing and you just kind of get into a zone. Well, when I was doing the other when I was doing it the other way, the traditional way. Right now, it's nothing but frustration for me because I
It's just awkward, and maybe just need to figure out how to. I can't figure out where to put my hands.
yeah. Well, and I know that it's supposed to be like a palette and like you're supposed to be able to put your thumb in, but then that didn't feel as stable as doing. I don't know. Let's try it this way. This is the other way.
Oh, oh, I didn't think of that. Durr. Like a painter's palette.
Yeah. Let's spin it and see if I like it that way better.
So we rescued a turtle yesterday.
You were telling me about that.
It was in my
But
driveway, and Danny was afraid that it was not alive anymore.
oh,
So my brother, there's a vet that lives right down the street from him, so they brought it over to him.
oh,
And he said it was alive, that it would be fine.
good.
It could be that he was just scared, and that's why he was, because it was completely in its shell. Like it was folded up, you couldn't see anything.
Yeah.
I didn't know they could do that. Like I always thought that there were holes or something that you could see.
I
I
don't
don't know
know.
the turtle anatomy.
I don't either. I don't know the ins and outs of a turtle. Yes, Stephanie, I did cut these. I did the paper. So the AccuQuilt EPP kit comes with the cutters for your paper and for your fabric. So you can get both things taken care of at the same time. And then I just got cardstock from Amazon, just regular old cardstock. I know a lot of folks, I've seen a lot of folks using washable stabilizer. Like that's a big thing now. Where it's not the washable kind, but where it stays in as a stabilizer, and you don't have to take it out, which that's pretty cool. But yeah, I just used the just a thin cardstock from Amazon. I should go grab those dyes.
So just to gauge, how long do you think it took you to get everything ready, like the papers and the fabric cut with the AccuCutter?
Mm, 5 minutes.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Dang.
But I mean, I didn't do like a ton of them. I did one set of, I only did one set through, and one set through of fabric. You can do um 8 layers of the fabric. So I've got a bigger stack of fabric than I do of the papers. But yeah, and that was using the Go Me, the little mini one. That wasn't using the electric one, which would be even faster.
So with when you're cutting the paper, can you only do one sheet of paper at a time?
No, you can do more sheets. I think with a super thin cardstock, well, I mean, it's not super, super thin, but the thin cardstock, I can do, I think 3 sheets of paper is all I can do by myself through the Go Me, like hand cranking with the Go Me. I could probably do maybe 5 sheets, 4 or 5 sheets through the electric one, or like the bigger Go. Also hand crank, but larger, so there's more like torque to it. The baby Go Me, the little mini one, it I don't know if mine is just wonky. It takes a lot to get that guy going.
Like a lot of muscle?
Yeah, like a lot of pushing and shoving to get the dye in. I mean, whether I'm using 1 layer of cardstock or 3 layers of cardstock, it doesn't, or 1 layer of fabric or 4 layers of fabric. It doesn't matter. It just takes a while to like convince it to do it.
Yeah. Marianne, come visit.
Is she bringing her AccuQuilt?
No, she just said time for a visit to Shannon and Ingrid's.
Yes,
like
please.
it's not the same house, but it is the same location. Come visit.
It is definitely beyond time.
And we will not sew just like the last time, but we will have fun.
Ugh. All right. I keep catching my thread on the corner of the pallet.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta figure out where to hold my hands, where to put my hands.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, just to make it fun. Neither of us tried this before. Because why? Wouldn't we want to show the struggle?
All right. Well, I definitely had some slippage because this piece is lower than that piece. Oh, go this way. Like by an eighth of an inch, which is a pretty good amount. But I can't see my stitches unless I pulled really big right there. I can see a little bit of red. And the back looks horrendous-ish. Like I started speed doing it at the bottom here. So like the fabric is starting to crumple up because I'm like, I just want to be at the end. I just want to see what this looks like. But I will say the front looks pretty good.
So do you think that the area that is askew, that that could be how you started it, like where you knotted it?
No, I was definitely, it was, the magnets were moving too much. Well, it was from at the start, but the magnets were moving too much, and it wasn't staying aligned. So I just have to be more aware of that.
Okay.
And like get it back realigned really well before I continue on, which I did not do because I was like, again, just like, I just want to see this done. But it's definitely not so bad that when it comes time to put the center hexagon in, that I can't persuade it,
Wiggle it.
like wiggle it so that it's where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
So not horrible.
Your
Gonna add,
next go around will be better.
yeah, gonna add the next one, and so I'm gonna tie this off and add the next one to it.
Stephanie's asking, what's your final project going to be with that?
With this, oh, nothing. This is just getting used to this palette and getting used to doing the EPP, so that we can start the Queen of Diamonds. Since we spent all that money on that bugger, we need to actually do it.
That kit is huge.
It's so big.
There is so much fabric, but I've heard that there's lots of extra fabric that people have, and that they provided the amount of fabric that they did because of all the fussy cutting. They wanted to
Yeah,
give people the option to cut it where you need to.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. All right. Let's add on this next piece and see if I get better at what I'm doing. Oh, I got to glue down the next piece.
So are you gonna sew another one onto those two, or are you sewing another two together?
Trying to figure out if there's somebody at the door or what's happening. There was a lot of noise going on over there. Yeah, I'm just gonna sew one on to the other end and just keep it going around. Oh, that didn't work.
Robert says he's allergic. I'm gonna assume that is to hand sewing. Because he says like Stephanie. Stephanie says that.
Yep.
Donna says make a coaster.
Oh, I could do that. Yeah, we could turn it into a coaster.
Terry Bishop is saying that she came in late. What's the plastic circle you're using?
So this is a oh well, you're not going to be able to really see it. It is a palette from Sewtites for EPP. And it's shaped like a kidney bean. So like a painter's palette. And we're testing it out. We've not done, I haven't done a whole lot of EPP. Ingrid's done no EPP. And we've neither of us have used this palette before. So I'm just gonna sew this next one on to the end over here without dropping everything.
I mean, the thought behind it to make the flat back stitching easier, I think, in theory, is helpful.
Yeah. I have these like little tiny earth magnets that are much smaller, like they're like little round dots, even smaller than this.
Yeah.
I think those will be, I think I would like those better. So like for our next endeavor, I think I'll pull those out.
Yeah. I think I have some of those as well.
I just think these are too bulky for the tiny little trapezoid that I'm doing.
Yeah.
But now that I have another piece added, I can put the magnet further down. That's kind of nice.
Were you getting your thread cut on the magnet at all?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The needle, the thread, everything was getting stuck. Where'd my mouse go? Here we go. Got a pop-up blocking the chat. Oh yeah, you can applique whatever you make onto something.
Like a sweatshirt.
Like a sweatshirt, yes. Like a pillow, like you have in your kit. The little Dresden ones I started at my dad's house a couple of Christmases ago. That's gonna go onto like little pouches that I make at some point. I've got a better shot of making the pouches than I do finishing the EPP. But maybe now after this, maybe I'll get back to it, and it'll be faster once I get this technique nailed down.
I have 19 stitches in my row.
Oh,
So I
nice.
think I did okay.
Nice, yeah.
It certainly is not pretty looking though.
Look. I did not promise aesthetics. I just tied the knot to the piece itself this time. All right, let's get this guy lined up. Let's start all nice and lined up. Okay.
Sun's trying to come out over here.
Oh, is it? Oh, maybe it'll make its way down here.
I hear the birds chirping.
I wanted to start down here. I can't tell. We're going to Maryland Sheep and Wool at the fairgrounds in Howard County after this.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I've heard about it.
We used to go every year when I was an avid knitter, but have done it haphazardly since then. But driving past it last night to get to the gig, they were like, "Yeah, we do want to go again." So
Cool.
piling in and gonna go.
Fun.
If you guys don't, if everybody doesn't know, oh hey Karen, Maryland Sheep and Wool is kind of all things fiber arts, so knitting, weaving. There are sheepdog demonstrations, which is a lot of fun. There's they're doing a sheep to shawl competition right now. I saw that was live on their Instagram right now, which is they literally shear the sheep, card the fleece, spin the fleece, weave the fleece, and create a shawl in teams, which is freaking awesome.
That's cool. And they're showing that on.
Yeah, it's live on their Instagram.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's fun. I like going for the food and for the all the different yarns and stuff, and you get to see like Angora bunnies and all fun stuff.
Oh,
So that'll be fun.
very cool. Okay, I did one.
Let's see. Let's see. Oh, I like those colors. First of all, that's really pretty.
But look at the back. That does not look very pretty.
It's the back, like you were saying.
It's true.
It's the back. Nobody can tell.
All right, so find another color.
This is definitely a sit watching TV, chilling on a rainy day, hanging on YouTube with your friends kind of thing.
Yeah. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you, Marianne. That's right, Melissa. Nobody's going to see the back.
Oh yeah, I've definitely lined it up better this time. I don't know if you can tell.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah, good stuff.
Perfect.
All right. We're cruising right along. Oh, I almost unthreaded my needle, but that's all right. I think I've got this in my hand the way it feels good. I am using it like a palette this time, and I think it feels good now. Now that I got the magnets more spaced out, feels good. So I think starting with those smaller magnets is probably going to be the way to go.
Yeah. And if they're smaller and round, then they won't get caught on
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. So sweet. Well, Jana says that she's a hand quilter. She's working on a big quilt now while she's watching us.
Nice.
And once you find your pace, it can be very exciting and relaxing. I like it.
All right. Waiting to get there. Trust the process, right?
That's right.
Okay.
That's what everybody says. And I can't talk a big game about FPP if I'm not willing to do the same thing for other techniques. So
Right.
got to practice what I preach. I did unthread my needle.
Are all the kids going today?
Yeah,
Nice.
Evan's girlfriend's here. So we're all gonna head out. Lauren.
Is she a knitter or a crocheter?
No, none of them. I did teach Evan how to knit though when he was little.
Oh, cool.
I don't know if he still knows how to do it, but I did teach him. He made a hat when he was 7.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, even if he doesn't remember completely right now, I bet if he started up again, that the muscle memory would come back.
Yeah, probably. Oh, I'll see you, Terry. Thanks for being here.
Hi, Terry.
Hi, Candace. Candace says hello, Ingrid.
Hi, Candace.
Melissa is finishing number 3 of 15, so we're all moving right along. Yeah, we are.
Wow. Whoops.
What I like about, so I've found something that I do really like about this flat seaming so far is that I don't catch the paper. I was often catching the paper doing it the other way.
Oh, really?
Usually as I was getting tired and lazy. I would take too deep a bite and catch the paper. Which then also makes it difficult to get the paper out.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, I spoke too soon. I just caught paper.
Uh-oh.
All good. I realized it and fixed it. What I'm ending up doing on this side though, this go around, is I've curled the one side, all of the fabric back over onto this side. So it's like wrapped around, which I'm assuming is probably not a good thing, but we'll see. Again, nobody's going to see the back.
True.
But I'm guessing for a like flatness sake, that's probably going to leave a bump.
Charlotte says it helps to iron the pieces when you're taking the papers out.
Yes, I have seen that, where so that they keep the shape.
Yeah. And that would like loosen up the glue too, right?
Well, the papers would be out already. Oh, no. Well, you don't want to heat the glue because I think that would set the glue in and make it harder to get the paper.
Oh, so take the papers out and then iron it.
Yeah, so that it keeps its shape.
Got it. Melissa's advocating for some mimosas right now.
It's not a brunch without mimosas. Oh, speaking of mimosas and brunch, next Sunday is Mother's Day, and we are taking my mom to a brunch. So I will not be on live tomorrow for Mother's Day.
Next week.
Next week, the 12th. Yes, the 12th. So I will try to have a video to post of working on some things I don't know what those things are. I'm not making any promises of what that will be because it's going to be what strikes my fancy this week. What do I feel like working on? But I would definitely not be live. So for those that are mothers out there, have an awesome Mother's Day next week.
Yeah.
Stephanie, so for today, I was doing it with a just a regular sewing needle because that's what what folks will have, rather than the really thin, long needles that they recommend for EPP, which is what I have in my with the other things that I'm working on. So it's just a regular sewing needle from like one of those sewing kits you get, like the emergency sewing kits everybody has hanging around in some junk drawer or something, which is where I mine out of. And then I'm just using Aurifil 50 weight because I wanted to be able to have the stitches show up better, which actually didn't end up really being all that true because they just kind of melt into but I would usually use Deco Bob for EPP. Well, usually I say that with such confidence. I've only started 2 EPP projects, but I've used the 80 weight that you would use or that I would use for FPP normally. That's what I used for those projects that I did start. Just a thinner thread for less bulk.
I don't even know what thread I'm using, but I have an old bobbin from uh, a machine that no longer exists.
Oh, that's awesome.
So
See, just use what you got.
figured I'd use it up. But it's thin. Kind of feels like it's probably a polyester thread, but did you know that there is like what do you call it? There's like a right and a wrong direction of the thread. Like in one direction, it's smooth, but in the other direction, the fibers can pull apart. So as you take it off of the spool of thread, that's where you should thread your needle.
Huh?
When you take the thread off of your spool of the spool of thread,
Uh-huh.
so you would thread your needle from that end so that it's going in the proper direction. Because if you go in the other direction, it can just make your thread fray and stuff.
Oh, so they're expecting me to pay attention to after I've clipped it off of
Yeah.
the thing, pay attention to which way it was going. Well, I think that's just audacious of them to think that I'm paying any bit of attention after I snip it off of the spool of thread, which direction it was coming off. They have more faith in me than I do. Because there is no way I'm paying attention.
Probably doesn't make a big deal when you're just sewing pieces, when you're piecing things, but if you're top stitching, it might make a difference in the way that the thread looks on the top.
Hmm. I will take your word for that.
and ignore it, right?
I'll probably think about it now every time that I'm like taking thread off of the thing, but I'm not gonna like actually like pay it much mind.
I want to look at thread under the magnifying glass now.
Oh, that's cool. All right, there's another piece together.
Yay!
Woo
Are you
woo.
happy with the alignment this time?
Yeah, definitely better alignment this time. So that's good. But I definitely I like it was harder. It made my hands hurt a little bit more of getting the stitches pretty much invisible on both sides on this one. And this side I didn't worry about having them invisible, but then I curled the fabric over here off of the paper. And I think that that's too bulky. Like you can feel like this ridge, but you can see this the
Yeah.
stitches, but you can't see the stitches over here either. So I don't know. I'm gonna take the inside. Oh, what did I do? I hit my mouse and things are moving around. Diana says if you thread your needle before taking it off the spool, it stops the thread from tangling. Thread your
Okay.
needle, then cut the length you want. Always thread correctly that way. Oh, y'all, y'all aren't living the rebel life like I'm living.
All right, so see, I didn't make that up.
It's true. Thinking about it and thinking about the fact that I'm going to the Maryland Sheep and Wool, it makes sense because there's a it's uh, it's called the S and the Z twist when you're spinning well whatever you want to spin, whether that be uh sheep or alpaca or whatever, the way you spin it in the from the animal or from the fleece that you have, it goes one direction, or well you can make the spinning wheel go either directions, but so there's an S spin, and when you then you make more than one ply, that you have to make all of your S spun plies, then you switch it and then make them Z spin, so that they don't unravel. So I'm guessing thread would be the same way, to have one way be the right way and one way not be so correct. But thread is so tiny and thin that I'm still not going to follow the rules. Oh, so I took the paper out of the center piece because I wanted to make sure that it was easy to do, and I realized that I didn't do that under the camera. But now I'm gonna iron it flat just because I wanted to see, what it looked like out of the paper. So I'm gonna iron it so that those pieces stay that way.
Cool. Laura's asking if either of us use Thread Magic thread conditioner. Uh, no, not
No,
yet. Possibly. I've seen people use it, so it might be something that's helpful.
yeah,
We're very new into this EPP stage of life.
very. It helps when doing fine beading on top of fabric. Oh,
Okay. Interesting.
Oh, and Shelley said if you have trouble with the thread knotting when hand binding, I was told to thread the opposite way so that it's going the other direction, the rougher direction. And so far it's worked.
Okay.
Huh. And Laura's saying that the
Oh,
thread
oh,
helps
yep.
it
Or
from
take it straight off of the pocket.
helps it from tangling if you use that thread stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I do have some thread conditioner. Because I have to get all of the nifty tools,
Right.
but I have not tried it yet.
Gadget gals.
Yep.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm off to do the next one.
Oh,
This is good. This is good. All right, gotta glue this guy down though. All right, I'm gonna try doing the glue on the paper and see if it makes a difference.
so if you do the glue on the paper, I have heard that the key is to just leave a smidgen without glue on the edge so that that's where you can poke your needle to thread so you're not putting your needle through glue. Did that make sense?
But if it's on the paper, you're not putting it through the paper anyway.
No, it's so, but you're going, so like you wouldn't put it on the very, you wouldn't put it like on the very bottom edge of the paper, the glue, because
On the.
fabric will be folded over there.
I thought you
And
were talking about the edge of the like the corners, not the edge of the paper. Oh, gotcha.
yeah, so that it leaves like that little pocket uh to sew the fabric pieces together.
Gotcha.
I know I'm talking like I know what I'm talking about, but I'm just repeating what I've heard. Experts like Tula, but she does not. I don't think she does the flat back, or at least not in the video that I watched.
Gotcha.
But I know it doesn't Tula have some a so tight magnet uh set.
Sure.
So she might have tried this palette as well. Sure. Watching Mixed Domestic, he's freaking hysterical listening to the way that he talks.
Okay. The next one. Laura says she prefers the thread magic over beeswax, and she's definitely a gadget girl too.
Nice. Okay. All right. Interesting. Because I'll have to look to see what I have. Oh, yeah. Laura says that she has Tula Sewtite magnets. They are small heart-shaped magnets. Okay. Yeah.
Mm.
Nice. And they're probably pink. Just guessing.
There we go.
Probably gonna bring some maybe I'll bring some EPP with me, but I was definitely thinking about bringing some cross stitch with me on the cruise.
Oh, that's cool.
For the times where we're not in sewing room.
Yeah. You saying?
Oh, Laura says, yep, they're pink and very cute.
Huh? Josh. You gonna come say hi to everybody?
Hi, Evan.
Mm-hmm. He's already headed down the stairs.
Ah.
I don't know if he forgot or what. Here we go. Piece 4.
I have to investigate my front porch later. I've got hornets flying around out there.
Uh-oh.
So let's see if there's a nest. Although I might wait until dark. Or dusk. When they are not active.
Well, especially with all the dogs and the kids running around. You want to take care of that.
Yeah.
Yuck. Remember we had a nest in our backyard when we were growing up, and it was fun watching the company that came up to take care of them.
Yeah.
It was just fascinating to watch because it looks like a big old hazmat suit. The little beekeeping thing.
Must have been a pretty big nest.
It was huge, and it was like in a stump in the backyard, and then so also kind of underground. It was wild.
Oh, so yeah, I had some underground thing going on last year. It was between my house and the neighbor's house. And the neighbor's brother just happens to be a exterminator, or I don't know.
Yeah.
So he came over and took care of it. But yeah, it was because there was a small nest year before, and then last year it was a huge area, which my brother found when he was mowing the lawn.
Oh, yep. Well, that'll do it.
But it was the area right where the neighbor's dog goes to, travel to, do her business.
Oh, that would have been uncomfortable.
Yeah. Not good. So they took care of that pretty quick.
Up to that point, I didn't know bees did underground stuff. I thought it was always up, like on trees and stuff.
Well, so I learned a bit about the ground bees from that guy, where he was saying that typically they don't stay for very long. Um, they will move around, just within a couple to a few weeks. The only problem is that if you do, I mean, and they're not going to harm anything unless they feel threatened, right? They're not going
Right.
to come after you. But if it's in an area that's well traveled, then that's when it's an issue and you need to take care of it. And since it was small 1 year and then got bigger, um, you want to take care of that area of the yard so that it's not uh, pleasing for them to want to come back. So
Right.
treating the ground with whatever you treat it with, non-toxic stuff, of course, but
Especially with the dogs and the kids back there. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I thought that was very interesting. I did not know that there were ground bees either. Okay, so I've got another section sewed on. I did this one. Yeah.
Oh, yay.
And now I'm gonna sew this side together.
Join it to the pink. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So then I'll have 3 together. But it looks cute. Kind of like it.
I love the colors.
Me too. It's a cute little charm pack.
Yeah.
I'll have to send Natalie from the Ginger Quilter a little note on Instagram. Say, look, I didn't do the pattern, but did something with it with your kit. And I have not gotten a kit from Ginger Quilter for, well, at least over a year because I was just collecting the stuff and not doing anything.
Yeah.
Same with Open Gates. I mean, I love their stuff, but
Yeah.
whoops. Lots of stuff to work on when I have the time.
Come on, retirement.
It was a rough week last week, and my boss was saying that she had a meeting with her financial advisor, and he said that she couldn't retire yet. So,
Mm.
well, it's time for you to find a new financial advisor.
Yeah. You don't need that kind of negativity.
Right. Oh, you were talking about alpacas earlier.
Mm-hmm.
There's a can't remember where I even saw it, but there's this company, I want to say uh they're in the Netherlands. They are called Inkara, and they make the most adorable alpaca stuff, like stuffed animals. Not, well, I guess they're a stuffed animal. Uh, and like not traditional colors at all,
Yeah.
like rainbow. There's the one that I got for my daughter was rose color. And they are super fluffy.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find a picture just so that you can get a visual.
What kinds of animals?
Just alpacas,
Oh, they just do alpacas.
I believe.
I don't know if they did other animals in crazy colors of alpaca fibers.
Oh, no, they just make alpacas. Alpacas, stuffed animals, yeah. And they have them in different sizes. They even make
That's
uh
very niche.
they make life-sized ones, which would likely scare the crap out of me if I saw it like at nighttime. Yeah. Here. Can you see it?
Sorta.
And that's the front of them and that's their butts.
Aw.
Let me see if I can find one that's a different color.
And so they make the alpacas out of alpaca fleece.
Well, I don't know.
Oh,
They just keep stuffed animals.
okay.
It's possible. This one looks like has a lion's mane. They're just crazy looking. I love them.
I wonder
And
what
then you can
what
get
made them.
accessories like sunglasses for them.
Huh. I wonder what made them like. Is there a huge alpaca following? Like, what made them think about just making alpacas and just making them in weird colors?
Okay, so here's their story. They're founded in Peru, and their mission is to light a fire in the hearts of people who love alpacas.
All right.
They're doing this by channeling all the knowledge, love, positive energy, cultural knowledge, and natural resources alpacas provide us with into the best alpaca toys in the world.
That's cute.
Where they're teaching about the alpaca ecosystem. And then you're supporting the artisan.
Okay. Oh. I got you. Okay, so in Peru, because I thought you said the Netherlands, and I was like, why did the Netherlands give a crap about alpaca?
Well, the company is where they're making them is in the Netherlands, where it ships from. But the company was founded in Peru.
Gotcha.
Why is Peru important? Should I know this?
It like alpaca and are pack animals.
Yep.
Peruvian mountains.
Oh, gotcha.
And llamas.
Oh, Charlotte says that alpaca fiber is wonderful to spin.
It's so soft.
That's cool. Charlotte used to spin yarn for an alpaca ranch. That's fun.
Hi, Janice. Sewtite magnets are expensive. I got a whole pack of those, like
Huh?
different sized earth magnet things for like $10. And like it's a whole pack of them. And Sewtites are like $10 a piece.
Yeah, smidge more expensive.
Yeah.
But they're so cute and colorful.
We used to have a alpaca farm. It definitely wasn't a ranch. It was just like a nice little farmhouse, and they raised alpaca. And they had a program with the 4-Hers, where they would like kids that were in 4-H but like live in like apartments or communities where you can't have an alpaca at your house, which I just think is unfair. I think everybody should be able to have an alpaca wherever they want.
Agree.
But they would, they could raise their alpaca for show at this farm, and it was right down the road. It was so nice, and they were there for a few years, but ended up moving out of state, so the alpaca farm closed.
Oh, that's a
It was
bummer.
so sad. They were so fun to go, and like you could go feed the babies and the mamas, and yeah, it was fun to have
Oh,
so close to us. And they, before they decided they were moving, they had started like talking about getting machinery to process the alpaca fleece, because there was, being so close to Maryland sheep and wool, like it would be another revenue stream.
oh yeah.
If I had had the money, I'd have bought that, taken it over. Maryland has a lot of alpaca farms. I don't know
Really?
why. Yeah, I'm not sure why, but they do. All right.
George just brought the blanket in from the couch.
Is he getting comfy?
Yeah, done with it now.
I'm surprised you don't have any alpaca farms out where you are, Ingrid.
That's all
Maybe,
cows.
maybe you do, and I just don't know. It's a possibility.
Possible. In my general area, all I see is cows,
Yeah.
uh, horses. The people right kind of next to me down the hill, uh, they have pigs.
I love pigs.
They were apparently rescued from some people that thought that they could be pets. That they got bigger than
Oh,
they were told that they were going to get.
oh no. That's no good.
No. But I suppose pigs are adorable when they're babies, right? But
Yeah.
they don't stay that little.
Yeah. I mean, you have to get like the breeds that stay that little if you're gonna want them to stay little. But your regular old hogs aren't gonna stay that small.
Well, apparently that's what these people were told that they were getting.
Oh,
And then that's how they ended up at the farm
yeah.
near me. So they're more like pets. They're not
Yeah.
farm animals the way that they were treated or brought up. Because I believe that they're housebroken.
That's oh my gosh, that's incredible. Oh, my grandfather would be so distressed with that, but his dang city granddaughters would totally be in love with pigs for pets. Oh, Charlotte's saying the natural colors of alpaca is amazing.
Oh, really? I'll have to check out to see if there's any alpacas near me.
That'd be a fun trip, boys.
Yeah.
All right.
Melissa says she's got an alpaca farm not far from her. That's cool.
They're sweet animals.
Are they?
Yeah. Or at least the ones that were at that farm. They were very cute.
Well, it sounds like those ones were around people quite a bit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They got to be pretty docile for showing and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Can't have any alpaca with attitudes.
No, no. Yay.
Did you get the other side done?
Yeah.
Nice. All right, so thread it from the spool. Look, I'm trying to follow directions.
Yay. Here it is.
Oh, nice. Oh gosh, I really like those colors.
Cute. Like it. And you can't see my stitches. Kind of like it.
That's the goal. I love it.
And then just once I figure out how to not be so awkward with my sewing. It'll be good. I like it.
Oh boy. Tulip pink, here we come.
Oh, Stephanie, do it. I'm gonna bring something on the cruise as well. I'm gonna bring some cross stitch and I'm gonna bring probably this little project here. I don't know how it's gonna end up looking yet, but
I love it.
if that happens, I'll take pictures and share them.
I won't believe you. We're definitely going to need photographic evidence.
Oh yeah. But I will obviously have to get permission before I share any pictures. Are you doing another one?
Oh yeah. If I can't, what time? I don't even know what time it is. I've lost track of time. You know I'm having a good time. Oh,
12:52.
Holy cow. Well, I will say, I believe Slow Stitch Sundays with Ingrid has been a success.
I like it.
I think this is fun. And I think that we can absolutely tackle the Tulip Pink project.
Oh yeah. 100%.
And kick its booty.
I agree.
I think a little bit more practice though on this flat seaming thing is in order.
The more practice is definitely going to be helpful. And Stephanie and I will do some practicing on the cruise. But she's going to need a margarita first.
I don't know. Is that going to help or hurt?
I don't know. I don't know if it's helpful or not.
It will be some good stories though.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I've got this next one added on. We're going to go through the wrap up Sunday brunch spiel, all the housekeeping stuff. But got that last one added on. So I am 1.5 away from finishing like this outside hexagon. And then I'll have to use the dies to cut or I could just do 2 of these in different colors and add it to the center and actually make a coaster, which would be fun.
Yeah, you can do that.
That would be cool. Or I could cut out like an inside. Hey Sean, how are you doing?
Sean?
An inside hexagon out of cork and sew that to it. It would have to be bigger though, so that the cork soaked up the water if it was a coaster. I didn't think about that. I didn't plan that well, so that might have to be a different
You can
coaster.
back it with cork.
Could back it with cork. That's true. That would be fun.
So it
And
would be double-sided.
I wouldn't have to hand sew that. I could do that on the machine. Yeah, I like that idea. So there we go. I got my needle on my magnet, so that part at the end is nice to keep the needle in one place. Awesome. Well, yay. Thanks everybody for being here for the inaugural Slow Stitch Sunday with Ingrid.
Yeah.
How do you feel, Ingrid? How do you feel about it?
I'm feeling pretty good. I was a little bit nervous when I started thinking about it more. Um, but I think it'll be good.
It'll be fun.
You know, we just have to perfect the muscle memory and the technique.
Yeah.
We'll dive into Tula.
Yeah, the Tula part is going to be yeah, we're gonna need a little bit more practice before the Tula thing, because then we're working with fussy cutting too, and that's a whole added layer of frustration.
Yes. Yeah.
And oh my gosh, having the stripes all go in the right direction and everything. Holy cow. But that'll be fun. But we'll get there. We will slowly get there. We will work our way up to that moment where we're doing Tula pink.
Yeah.
I know that you, Ingrid, and Stephanie are getting ready for the cruise. I am getting ready for the next virtual retreat. Woo! What do we have going on? Let's see. This week we have Tuesday evening at 6 p.m. is the next I was going to say EPP, but no, FPP session with the New York Beauty, which is Kangaroo, and that's at 6 p.m. Eastern on my channel. Then Wednesday is the next session of Social Review, which is on Steven's channel, which is Idiot Quilter, and that's at 7 p.m. Yes, 7 p.m. Eastern, again, over on Stevens. Then Thursday morning will be, I'm actually going to do, so we were in a virtual retreat yesterday with Steven, which was a lot of fun. And I got to do a presentation. And so my Thursday morning podcast is going to be that presentation for everybody, so that it's out there for everyone to see. I did a little like demystifying FPP pre-recorded thing for Steven's retreat. So that was a lot of fun, and I'll put that out on Thursday morning. Then Friday. Oh no, Friday's another show, which is awesome. Then Saturday is Little Hooter. So Saturday back on my channel will be more Little Hooter FPP. That's legit kits with Ingrid and Stephanie and Philippa, and that's at 7:30. Wow, busy week this week.
Do you want to look at this? Is the new colored Hooter.
Oh, oh my gosh. Look at how cool that's going to be. I love it, Ingrid. I love that you're like just going wild with the Little Hooter. I love it.
El Natural.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and Carnival is Saturday too. Yep, Carnival's Saturday.
Oh, Carnival. Yeah, I knew Carnival was coming up too.
Wowzers. That's the end. That's the last bit of Carnival. That's Carnival all done.
Right.
Yeah, because Tree of Life is yeah. Tree of Life is the Oh my goodness. That's the end of Carnival. Wow. So yeah, we've got a super busy week this week. A lot of time to spend with you all. A lot of time for y'all to see my face and all of us to sew together, which I'm excited about. Hi, George. He was so good.
It was really good.
He was so good.
Good boy.
So, everybody have a fantastic rest of the weekend. Have a wonderful week. I hope to see you in and out a couple of days for the week. Oh my God, look at that face. Sweetest puppy ever. Again, next Sunday, I won't have a live. I will definitely have a video of something that I'm working on this week, but won't be live because we'll be treating my mom to a Mother's Day brunch. So we will see you all Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, but not live on Sunday. All right, everybody. Thank you all so much. Talk to you soon. Thank you, Ingrid, for being here for Slow Stitch Sunday. So happy to start the series off. So happy to start it off with you. Yay! Oh, Ingrid, are you up to anything that you wanted to talk about besides getting ready for your cruise?
Yeah, that's about all of it.
And work.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yes, and the beach bum retreat is June 23rd.
Oh, yes.
Oh, and Pennsylvania retreat's coming up, and I think there's still a couple of spots open, and that's in September. So if you go to Together We Sew retreats, you can sign up for that too. Very, very cool to come. You'll be able to see me and Stephanie and Ingrid and Marianne and Donna. Woo, so exciting. All right, everybody. Again, thank you so much. Have a fantastic rest of your Sunday. Talk soon.